objective from this observation is comparing the stem, leaf, and root of dicots and monocots. Here we will use the binocular electricity microscope, and we have 8 samples to be observed.
The samples are: first, Zeamais TS stem, Cucurbita TS stem, Lilium TS leaf, Ficus TS leaf, Zeamais LS stem, Cucurbita LS stem, Zeamais TS root, and Helianthus TS old root.
So first we will observe the Zeamais TS stem.
So for the objective, we will comparing the stem, leaf, and root of dicots and monocots.
For the tools and materials, we use the tools that is binocular microscope. And for materials, we use 8 slide preparates. The first is Lilium TS leaf, the second Zeamais TS stem, and the third Cucurbita TS stem, the fourth Zeamais TS root, and the fifth Ficus TS leaf, the sixth Zeamais LS stem, the seventh Cucurbita LS stem, and the last is Helianthus TS old root.
Okay, so here are the results of what we observed.
All right. Thank you. So for the discussion for the stem, there are a characteristic of monocot stem. The first is monocot stems are a circular shaped stem with lateral branches and are bounded with a layer of dermis. And the second is the internal structure of a monocot stem mainly comprises a well-developed epidermis, hypodermis, ground tissue, and numerous dispersed vascular bundles. And for the characteristic of dicot stem, the dicot stem doesn't have a bundle sheath or on the outside of a vascular bundle. Dicot stem have a well-defined epidermis with cuticle, a layer of dermis along with multicellular stem hair. And the last is the internal structure of a dicot stem mainly consists of epidermis, hypodermis, cortex endodermis, pericycle, vascular start, and pith.
The characteristic of roots in monocots. Monocots have wide cortex, and then it also has larger and well-developed pith, and it has the pericycle gives rise to lateral roots only. The shape of xylem is round or oval. The characteristic of dicots, the pith is absent or very small and undeveloped, and then it has narrow cortex. The pericycle gives rise to core cambium, parts of vascular cambium, and lateral roots. The shape of xylem is angular and or polygonal. For what we observed, we got the Zeamys TS root as the monocots plant, and then Helianthus TS old root as the dicots plant.
For the roots now or leaf? Aina?
For the leaf.
All right. So the first, the characteristic of monocot leaf. The first is monocot plants have leaves that are characteristically longer and slender. And the second, the stomata in monocot leaves are dumb, bell-shaped. And the third, monocot leaves are stomatic, which means the stomata are present on lower as well as the upper surface. And the last, monocot leaves has comparatively tighter intracellular space due to the compact arrangement of mesophyll cells. So here we got the monocot tissue plant that are Zymase root and Lilium TS. We got one monocot tissue plant for Lilium TS leaf. For the next, the characteristic of dicot leaf. The first is dicot plants have leaves that are relatively smaller and broader than monocot plants. And the second, stomata in dicot leaves are kidney shaped. And the third, dicot leaves are hypostomatic, which means stomata are present on the lower surface of the leaf. And the last, dicot leaf have a dark green upper surface and a light green lower surface. So we got dicot tissue plant for Ficus TS leaf. So conclusion for our group. Thus, on our experiment, we can conclude that from 8 samples, there are 2 samples which are dicots and sample are 4 monocots. The dicots group are Cucurbita LS stem and Helianthus TS old root, while the monocots are Lilium TS leaf, Zymase TS stem, Zymase TS root, and Zymase LS stem. So in differentiating the monocots and dicots plants, we can know from each part of plant which stem, root, leaves, which show their own characteristics. So here's the references. And
alright, that's all from us.
hope you enjoyed the video.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. And see you on the next video. Bye bye.